This story was sent to me by Craig Jarrett, and I can honestly say that before today, I was completely unaware of the story, and many of you probably were unaware of it as well, unless you live locally to where it happened. But on the right is a young man by the name of Mustafa Bearfield, and on the left is a demon by the name of Jonathan Scott. Back in 2016, Jonathan Scott shot and killed Mustafa Bearfield. He shot him in the head as he was running away. Now, Jonathan Scott alleged that Mustafa had stole his lunchbox. First off, if someone steals your damn lunchbox, that doesn't warrant you shooting at them for any reason. But let's just say, for instance, why would you shoot at somebody for taking a lunchbox? It had to have been something in there very important for you to want to kill somebody over stealing a lunchbox. So they said that when he allegedly took his lunchbox, that Jonathan Scott had told him to drop the lunchbox several times, and then Mustafa got a little bit distance from him and started running. That's when Jonathan Scott pulled out his gun and shot at him multiple times. He missed every single time he shot at him until he got one clear shot, and that one shot was fatal because that was the shot that went right into the back of his head, killing him pretty much instantly. The police were called. They pretty much asked questions of Jonathan Scott. He was put under arrest. He was basically facing manslaughter charges. He probably had a bigger charge than that, but who knows? He told the police his side of the story. Of course, you know dead people don't talk, so Mustafa couldn't tell his side. And he basically told him that in the lunchbox was money and a handgun. Guess what the police did not find when they apprehended said lunchbox? You guessed it. Money and a handgun. There was nothing there in that lunchbox. And if it was something, it might have been some food. So this guy pretty much shot and killed this kid for nothing. Because I don't like, if someone stole my lunchbox, and unless it had like something of value in it, which I wouldn't put anything in a lunchbox anyway. Why would you do that? Because that would be dumb anyway. I wouldn't get upset. I mean, I can always just go and get another one. But he shot this kid over a damn lunchbox. They even labeled him the George Zimmerman of Alabama. That's not a title that you should be wearing proudly. Because, they compare, 16-year-old. The only difference is Mustafa was 16 and not 17. But he almost looks like Trayvon Martin. That's the scary part. He almost kind of looks like some slight resemblance there. In this picture, anyway. And it's this Jonathan Scott character says that he's 52 years of age. But anyway, recently, in the article came out yesterday, he was sentenced to up to 20 years in prison on manslaughter charges, which I truly believe is a slap on the wrist because, it sounded like he took some kind of a plea deal because all he got was manslaughter charges. He didn't get any murder charges, but you know what? If the people who were on the prosecution side, I mean, for the child, if they didn't pursue murder one charges, I can understand why, because they could have said that would have been hard to prove because that's basically premeditated murder. He didn't plan on killing him; it just kind of happened. They could have went for second degree murder, but they probably wanted to make sure that they could actually get something where this guy could actually get some time behind bars. So they probably went with the manslaughter charges just to make sure that he actually got time. But anyway, the up to 20, you got to pay attention to the words up to 20 years. That means that it's not going to go past 20 years and it's not going to necessarily be 20 years. He can get 5 years for all we know. And then he'll be right back out there. But it said that when the sentence was passed down that he started crying in court. Whatever. But he should have got hit with the same kind of charges that or got the same type of sentence that Michael Dunn got when he killed Jordan Davis back in 2012. because Michael Dunn, he's not gonna see it outside of a prison cell ever. He's in jail for life. I mean, he already had pretty much like damn near life sentences for the attempted murder of the friends that were in the car. Tack on the fact that he killed Jordan Davis. Yeah, it was no hope for him. But this is something, but it's not a lot. He killed somebody. He killed a child over a damn lunchbox that didn't have the content in it that he claimed it did. So he lied. I'm trying to look through this article and see what it is. It said that he testified that he yelled to the boy to drop the lunchbox, but he said the young man responded by giving him a screw you look. He got that mad because Mustafa Beerfield gave him a nasty look. That reminds me of a story that I don't know if I spoke about it, that came out a few years ago, where they said that this black guy had got killed down in Florida because he gave him I forgot what they called it. It was some kind of stare. I forgot what the word was called. Basically, white people don't like it when black people give them a look of disgust. It feels like it's almost like they're the only ones that can do it. It's like whenever we give them a look of disgust, domineering stare, that's what it was called. Domineering stare. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like they just make shit up along as they go. But they got mad at that. So they say he gave him a screw you look, almost like a fuck you, get away from me type of look, and he got mad at that. He said, I told him to drop it or I'll shoot. He said when he didn't comply, he ran. I already talked about it. It took him 6 tries to kill this kid. 6. He was determined. He said he also claimed that he often carried thousands of dollars and a gun in a lunchbox, and neither of which was found in said lunchbox. He says in a futile attempt to explain the accident, he testified that he was attempting to fire above Mustafa's head, but said the boy was running uphill. He also said he thought the youngster had a gun, in which, of course, Mustafa did not have a gun. So it's like he wasn't trying to shoot above his damn head, because a warning shot, like if 1 shot didn't stop him from running, 2 didn't stop, 3 didn't stop, 4, 5 didn't stop, but the 6th one did. You shot at him 6 times. You meant to shoot him. Because if you didn't, 1 or maybe 2 at the max would have done it. If he wasn't going to stop, then did the lunchbox have any sentimental value? No, he just felt like killing a black kid that day. And he got his wish. But now he's going to have to face his consequences. Like, I hope that, this is up to 20 years. Hopefully he gets the whole damn 20. Hopefully, but I won't hold my breath. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.